Hello everyone, this is Tamara, your courtroom companion. If you've been involved with a narcissist, whether that be in an intimate relationship or say a coworker or a family member, you know how easily it is to fall into lots of disagreements with this person. They love chaos and confusion, and you may have been asking yourself, how in the world can you stop the arguments? How can you reduce the frequency of them, the intensity of them? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about two main ways that the narcissist tries to bait those around them. And I'm also going to tell you a few strategies that you can help yourself to kind of not take the bait. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. But before we jump in, I want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification below so that you will be notified when I upload my content. And also please do read my disclaimer below because nothing I say here should be taken as professional advice. Also, if any of the content on my channel resonates with you, especially the topic around narcissism, I do one-on-one coaching, and I'll leave a link below to a free discovery call so you can see if working with a coach is right for you. So let's just jump right in. So the narcissist uses many manipulative games to bait the people around them. But there are two main ways that we're going to talk about today. So the first one is lying. They will lie about everything, even things they don't need to lie about. But what will happen is they will begin to lie about you and circumstances that you're actually involved with. And these situations can be easily verifiable, but truth and facts are not of concern to the narcissist. That's not what they're worried about. They know that they're lying, and they know that what they're saying can be proven to be false. But they just love stirring the pot in this way. They are famous for stirring the pot around lying. They deny and deflect at the drop of a hat, but again, it doesn't matter. They are not people with integrity. And here's the bait when they lie about you or circumstances that you're involved with. And let me just say, there used to be something I used to say all the time when I was involved with a narcissist. And I would say it to myself, and I would say it to him. I would say, you can lie about this situation with everybody else, but I'm part of the story. You can't lie about it. And he would then tell me that I was lying, but that's another game. It's called projection, but that's on another video, and I'll link that below and above as well, because that's another interesting tactic that they use to stir the pot. But when they lie about you, the bait is that you'll want to correct the record about you. As a normal person, and you're likely an empath if you were involved with a narcissist, because they typically attack the empaths because they know typically what to expect from them. And so you'll want to clear up the misrepresentations about yourself because that's what empaths do. That's what normal people do when somebody lies about them. They'll want to clear up the misrepresentation or the lie. And that's how the narcissist gets you. They throw out the bait and you take it. It's like so easy for them to do it, and it's so easy for the empath or the normal person to want to respond. And as the normal person who wants to correct the record, you don't want the narcissist version of the story to be part of your history. So you'll continue to try to write that record so that going forward, you don't have that as part of your history. That's a normal response. That's a normal thing to want to do. Imagine this scenario. Imagine that your narcissist has accused you of flirting with your boss. And let's say that was in the past, and you tried to explain that that's not what you were doing. You're just being a normal person, being cordial. Well, then that story today has turned into now you've cheated on him with your boss in the past. Well, as a normal person, you're going to want to clear that up. You're not going to want that to be a part of the scenario or your story. Both the original lie about you flirting and the story that they're telling now is a lie about you, sleeping with your boss or flirting or whatever. Those are all lies. You know it, the narcissist knows it, but he says it anyway as though it's truth and fact. And so when that happens, you're going to want to clear up the previous lie and the one that's being told today. And bam, there's the bait. You took the bait, and now you're involved in this, he said, she said disagreement. You're involved in trying to prove the facts. You may even try to find previous text messages where you denied it and he said it was just flirting. But none of that will matter. If you do all that, you've just given the narcissist like a gold mine of things to continue to stir the pot. And so another way that the narcissist has people taking the bait around them is they play the perpetual victim. Even in the scenarios that they cause, they will stir the pot and then sit back and watch everyone else try to like figure out that scenario or try to clean up that mess. And then eventually when people start to try to hold them accountable, they will then play the victim. That is one of their famous tactics, is to play the victim. And if you take that bait, you're also involved in the chaos that the narcissist is stirring. Imagine this scenario. Imagine that you're cooking a meal. You put it on the table, everybody's eating, everybody loves it, and then the narcissist says something about your food or the way that you cook the meal, and it's really, really hurtful. You might not say anything in front of people, right? You might wait until everybody leaves and then you kind of confront the narcissist about how that hurt your feelings. The narcissist will then, deny he said it, or deflect and say, oh, you're just being too sensitive, or you're just being, your normal sensitive self or whatever, and they start to turn the tables on you. You keep pushing the narcissist to apologize for the hurtful comment that they made. And when he realizes that you continue to push, he will then, in his most Oscar-worthy performance, start to turn the tables and play the victim, and might say something like, why are all of the women in my life so sensitive? I can't even have a sense of humor around them. Gosh, I'm all and they just start playing the victim. Well, as an empath or somebody that is normal and cares about people's feelings, you might then begin to feel sorry for him because he has a terrible relationship with his mother. And then you start to show sympathy and you start to, show that empathy and caring. And bam, you've taken the bait again. And it's so easy to do. You're not wrong for taking the bait. You're caring about someone. That's a very good thing. In a situation with a narcissist, that caring and compassion is wasted. So how do you not take the bait in these scenarios where you just continuously find yourself taking it so easily without even thought? Those are your normal, wonderful attributes, to care and to love on people. And those are now being used as a way of the narcissist sending you bait and you taking it. So how do you not take the bait? One is you have to educate yourself about narcissism. And I have tons of videos on this channel to help you with that. And a couple come to mind. One is called Stop Doing This to Get the Narcissist Out of Your Head and Out of Your Life for Good. So I'll link that one above and below. And another one that comes to mind is Your Best Defense Against a Narcissist, and using one of their own psychological tactics against them. I'll link both of those above and below, but I have many more, but those are a couple that come to mind. So you just have to continuously educate yourself, whether it's by watching my channel or somebody else's channel or reading books or articles. You have to educate yourself about the ways of a narcissist, especially around lying and playing the victim. And two, you have to manage your own responses, right? So your natural tendency is to want to clear your name. Your natural tendency is to love and to show compassion when people are hurting. But you have to manage your responses when you know you're with a narcissist. You cannot take the bait. I'm a very visual person, and oftentimes visuals will help me to heal. They will help me to overcome challenges or obstacles in my life. And I'm going to give you one. Maybe this will be helpful to you. I want you to imagine that the narcissist has a fishing rod in their hand, and they know someone's trying to hold them accountable, or somebody is upset with them about some of their behavior. I want you to imagine that the narcissist has so many tools, so much bait in their tackle box to use so people don't find out who they really are. One of the tactics that they use is to bait people by lying. And so I want you to imagine that the narcissist has a fishing rod and he put lying on the hook, right? And so they toss it out and they want you to bite, right? So I want you to imagine that when they throw out that line and you both know that he's lying or she is lying, I want you to imagine that the narcissist is throwing out that rod with that bait of lying. I want you to back up. Just pretend that the bait doesn't reach you, right? The line is too short. I want you to back up and I want you to turn around and go the opposite direction. That bait is not long enough to get you, right? And so when you turn around and go the opposite direction, what you're chasing is normalcy. What you're chasing is your own healing. What you're chasing is to turn your back on the narcissist so that the bait doesn't reach you, right? And that is a way for you to kind of visually think about what's really happening. He literally, or she is literally tossing out bait and hoping you will bite. Your job is to say to yourself, I see the bait coming. Now he knows that's a lie. She knows that's a lie. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to back up. All of this is in your head when he's tossing out the bait. When he starts to play the victim, you're saying, oh, I see what's going on here. Not going to take the bait. I'm going to back up and I'm going to turn around and go the opposite direction. Those are some tips to help you to not take the bait when the narcissist is tossing it out. And that's literally what they're doing. So if any of this resonates with you, again, I do one-on-one coaching. I'll link the free discovery call below. But as always, take care and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.